I think Master 17 is a very young player who is, we're going to see some Viper ellipses. If he doesn't bring Viper ellipse, something's gone wrong with him. He's very known for his Viper ellipse play, and he's very strong with it. Most notably, he put out a certain Captain Fabulous of the Viromon finals, and I will not forgive him. No, he is very, very good.
I suspect we're going to hear some bias in this commentary here. No.
Come on, Weso. No. And Weso, on the other hand, is a player who is known for using Quicksilver, but really that fell out of fashion. Now he's just known for being an amazing dodger who doesn't play Q at all, but still upsets everyone in the tournament events.
A really interesting loadout here for Master 17. Look at this. All three of the ellipses here, a Raptor ellipse, Viper ellipse, and the Hammer ellipse. And he's going with the Cortex shield instead of the Aegis shield as well. Obviously, the one that lasts a little bit longer, but has a slower cooldown. And he is going with the Frostbite, which is one that we haven't seen a lot of up to this point.
Well, the Frostbite is quite good for just decent counter pressure. It's very fast. It does 15 damage very quickly. It does have a blind, but that's not really going to affect these players too much. They'll be very used to it. And also, it reduces the cooldown of your build if you really want to bring that Cortex shield. Makes it easier to fit it in there.
Meanwhile, of course, on Weso's side there, I feel like pretty standard build here. We've got a Wildcat, a Raptor, and a Hammer, as well as the Hammernade, an Aegis Shield, and a Luma. Yeah, so Luma's going to be where the damage is going to come from, and everything else is going to be more of the space control here and chipping away at little bits of damage, and it seems to be working out. Oh, actually, never mind. Weso taking a huge hit just then.
One thing I'll say about Weso is he's one of the most unorthodox styles of players we see, especially at the very top levels. He's got 20 seconds to close this out against Master. Master's pretty much got to dodge every single thing against him and land a Viper Ellipse. That's his get pass back in. So if you set up with a Hammer and E, pick up a Viper Ellipse and see what he can do.
Yep, he's got it right now. He's got 4 seconds to try to land a hit. Oh, actually, if he gets one hit with it, oh no, there it is. Just not enough time. And just going to not die this round, but still down in life here. So Weso taking round number 1.
Yeah, very strong showing from Weso to start. And I believe that Weso would probably be considered the favourite despite being a lower seed. He's a lower seed just because he did not qualify 2 points because he does not really play that much, and he dances a lot in games. When I say unorthodox, this is what I'm talking about. He will try and psych the other player out, and Master, although I haven't seen it recently, has been known in the past to get psyched out among the other players. So the mental game strong here.
All right, I'm demanding Blaston side tournaments of dance-offs. I mean, I think that's going to be an interesting side tournament here for future Blaston events.
It'll be Weso versus Perfect Princess. Final. Okay, so Master 17 very low. He's got a minute left, and he's some damage. Was that out of bounds, or did he just grab? Let's take some.
There you go. Weso looking very strong here, taking the first game 2-0 and is going to go up 1-0. And so we're heading back here, seeing if there's potentially a change in the loadout. So we'll see if Master 17 decides to go for anything different here. Did not really get a chance to make that much work out of that Viper Ellipse, but as you said, that's his specialty. So most likely going to hold on to that, I would imagine.
Oh, I'd imagine so too. I'd actually imagine that he's probably going to double down and bring a second Viper and play double Viper. He's one of the players who likes double Vipers. Master 17 probably wants to take a few moments, just have a little breathe. And, I think really the question though that we're all asking is how good is Weso's dancing? What could he improve there? So it looks like so just speculating. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just about to say, see if Master17 does decide to go for a change. It's funny, obviously a lot of these players here giving us their photos. Master17 just sticking with his avatar over here on this versus screen.
Yeah, well, I actually thought it was a requirement of the tournament, but I guess that's not true because we've never seen Monty before. EU's been going wild because this is the first time we've seen a picture of Monty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we love him. He's great. So just speculating though, I think that Master's probably going to go somewhere in the region, so maybe double Viper, have a fast fall Hurricane, potentially have a Hammer Ellipse there too. He's been known to use it. He's really just going to focus on trying to put back pressure on Weso, force him to the front, and then hit him with some Vipers. That's my prediction.
Yeah, again, it's really interesting to see the different kind of builds. Again, the variety that you can get from all these different weapons is massive. And, having that strategy, I mean, I know in the EU block earlier, the first EU group, the first few matches were all about that, spread damage, chip damage, little bits here and there. Like very few players were using any Vipers or anything. But then, we see how effective a double Viper can be and just how quick you can melt opponents or make that comeback that you need in those situations, because obviously it's hard to hit with a single Viper, but as long as they're so worried about one Viper trying to dodge it, it can definitely push them into the other shot. And 60 damage in like one small sequence right there can obviously turn around so fast.
Oh, well, you're never out if you've got a Viper in your loadout. That's pretty much what I always say. Funny about the EU region, though, apart from Floyd, who I'm sure has got a good Viper, but he's not really known for it. Turbo, Monty, and Tesseract, all known for having absolutely lethal Vipers. So that's why you might not have seen it in the earlier rounds. But we're also just so used to playing it, we're quite good at dodging it. So we're straight back into the game. Let's see what...
double Viper, and just so you guys know,
Ellipse.
players have switched side. Master is now the blue player, Weso is now the purple player. So you can see over there, sticking with all the 3 ellipses, but adding the Viper to it, and a Raptor and a Wildcat. He is just going for straight up, just firing away.
What a strong start. What a first opening round. He took about 1 damage. Weso took all of his damage in 32 seconds. Master getting rid of that Cortex shield.
Dude, I was just looking at his loadout, and then I looked up, and Weso was dead. Wow. That was crazy.
Well, that's how much damage double Vipers can do in a short amount of time. Master17's loadout is, he's got no nades, he's got no omnidirectional pressure, which normally is an issue. And I think Weso, once he's worked this out, might be a bit used for it. The only really thing that Master17 can do to make Weso have bullets which aren't coming from the front, apart from, minor ellipse curves, is going to be that Hammer Ellipse.
Right.
Which Weso's pretty adept at dodging. So...
Yeah, and there it is. You see that Hammer Ellipse being used by Master17 from the top-down perspective as well, doing a little bit of dodging. But as you said, because all he's got are these straightforward shots, Weso got hit pretty badly last round, but as you can see here, a minute in, hasn't taken any damage at all and has Master17 already down to 33% life left.
Yeah. And Master17's got no defense. He's got entirely rid of that Cortex shield. I would have suggested replacing it with an Aegis because Cortex shield really wasn't doing anything against Weso's lineup. But he's going full aggressive, which I also respect. So good for you, Master.
And now Weso here, just sitting comfortably, 30 seconds left, can really play pretty defensive as both players just waiting for the respawn on their weapons.
If I know Weso, he doesn't play defensive. Unless he's dancing. he might throw some dance moves out if we see it.
Oh, man. Pull off some Star-Lord strategy here, right? Get the dance off to win the final battle here. Oh, nice little spin there from Weso. And yeah, you can see Weso taking a big hit there, but it doesn't matter. He knew he had such a lead. Yeah.
Actually. The other thing to note, though, is that, just dodging, playing defensively, is often not as defensive as throwing out a bit of counter pressure in the form of, you know, just constant pressure. With Weso's fairly low cooldown build, that's something he just has open. So always making sure there's something Master has to dodge means Master can't aim those shots nearly as well.
Exactly. So much, I mean, defense sounds like maybe just kind of holding back, but no, being able to control their ability to move around on their podium to find the shots that they need. You see Weso being pretty aggressive a couple of times. You see him stepping up to the front of the podium, trying to get some hits in there. Oof.
Yeah, Weso getting tagged with a lovely shot from Master17, just on the side of his head. And that's the difference maker, you know. If Weso doesn't get hit by Viper Ellipses, he's probably going to win these rounds. If he does, he's probably going to lose them. But very even.
Got hit right there. Got a nice chunk of damage taken off. Master17 has a slight life. Oh, never mind. Much bigger life lead now. Landing a few hits with that Raptor.
And
those do add up as well.
Redirecting that Hammerade, you know. If he doesn't have a Hammerade, he can use Weso's.
Very close match here. I do think Weso has a tiny life lead, but with 40 seconds left on the clock, it's not going to matter. Although Master17 taking a couple more hits over here from the spread damage.
Just remember, a Viper Ellipse for a Viper to Weso is going to change everything, and it does! There we go!
As if to illustrate exactly what you were talking about right there. Just two shots like that coming back. You know, you said it, as long as you got the Vipers, you're never out of a match until it hits 0. Woo.
Thank you very much, Master. I do appreciate it.
Going right back in here, no loadout changes at all. So we are going to stick with the same situation here. Master in the blue on the left, and on the left for the energy bars, and Weso in the purple on the right.
Yeah, perhaps Weso needs to do a bit more dancing. He didn't do it this round in the last game, and that's what he lost. In the first game he did it, he won. So
it's true. Got to get some more dancing here and kind of psych out Master17, or maybe Master17's like, you know what? I've seen it one time before. You're not gonna get me anymore with that. Ooh, Weso taking a couple of big hits there, and now down in life. However, still has the life lead.
Yeah, interesting to see what happened to Weso there. And it's a shame because Master earlier was on the floor on his back, and Weso didn't have any but guns to follow up with him. And knowing Weso, that's the sort of stuff he likes to do. But Master's very low. He's in the red. Got about half the health of Weso, maybe a bit more. 50 seconds left on the clock. Doubt this is going to go to full time.
And again, just going at him with these, I don't want to call them the basic weapons. Oh, God, but he got, what was that, the Luma that he just walked into? Because that was a big chunk of damage. Or was that out of bounds damage? Did he accidentally leave the arena and just take a huge chunk of life?
It's hard to see from our POV. It was either, I think, the Hammerade or the Luma shot. From that
the Luma shot POV there. Yeah, the Luma shot found its mark right there on Master17.
So,
again, so interesting that Master17 choosing to go with such a offensive heavy, straightforward offensive heavy build here. No shields, no nades, no real space controlling outside of the hammer ellipse.
Oh, sorry, lots of great plays there, but my favourite from Weso was him channeling his inner Yelko and doing a finger wag after he threw the match. That was brilliant. Clapping Master's shots, then going, no, I'm gonna win.
Dude, some of the campaign, you know, guys you fight do that. They finger wag at you, and I was like, come on, man. I was just learning the game. CP, you can't do this to me.
But Weso's really in this round and the last game making use of that Hammer-Nade Luma combo. You throw the Hammer-Nade to one side, they're forced to dodge a certain way, and you just follow up with the Luma. And they can either move into the nade or hope you miss the Luma and take a load of damage when you do.
There's some beautiful dodging right there from Master17. Again, you saw that spread of bullets and only, I think, took one hit. But again, those little hits are adding up. and he has not been able to find a lot of opportunities to land these Vipers, but again, you just need to land them once or twice, and a big chunk of damage goes down. Oh! Ow! Oh! 2 Luma shots back to back from Weso!
He's gonna do it. It is now match or set point for Weso. See, more dancing and he wins. That's my analytical opinion here.
So little did you know that not only does this game help you lose a lot of weight and get fit, but it also helps you learn new dance skills. And look, you said it, you dance, you win. Look what Weso is doing this round.
Oh, he tried the 360 Luma shot. Master, you should be trying. Okay, well. So you shouldn't be trying 360 shots when you're that low, and obviously it didn't work out too much. So very well played by Weso there. Unfortunate for Master, but I think both players played really well. And I do want to just pay special attention to some of Master's lovely curve Vipery shots. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it, but some of them are really slow, and they came in a really long, prolonged curve. And by pulling back and not kind of swinging it so much, you can really change the velocity. So it's got a much wider, slower curve, and that allows him to set up for a follow-up with his Viper. So while he didn't have a lot of omnidirectional pressure a lot of times, he was using that Viper very effectively and very cleverly to do that. So very well played to him, but obviously very well played to our